Look at this animation. It represents the standard cosmological cycle of existence. The universe expands outward in an act of creation, much like exhaling a deep breath, and eventually dissolves inward, pulling everything back to a single point. But watch what happens right here. Between that outward expansion and the inward collapse, there is an exact frozen fraction of time known as the Akaal Mandal. In this specific gap, there is no time, there is no karma, no sin, and no virtue. You might expect that state of absolute zero to be empty, but ancient texts describe a presence residing in that precise interval of suspended reality, a presence so overwhelming that it terrifies even the creator deities. We tend to think of reality purely in terms of its physical matter and energy. The existence of this entity suggests the universe is equally defined by these terrifyingly vast empty spaces where existence simply pauses. That entity forming right there in the dense smoke is Devi Dhumavati. She is the absolute embodiment of the cosmic void, and unlike the radiant, youthful, and beautiful depictions we normally associate with deities, her appearance is intentionally broken and terrifying. Her physical descriptions carry three highly specific, jarring attributes. She is Daritra, impoverished, she is Vidwa, a widow, and she is Duan, thick smoke, which raises a strange question. Why would the absolute final stage of creation, the ultimate reality of the universe, be ruled by someone destitute, mourning, and completely broken? This unsettling form acts as a profound philosophical cipher for those brave enough to look directly at it. Her mythological origins began before the universe was fully formed, when the divine feminine, Shakti, developed an insatiable hunger to return to the state that existed before creation. To satisfy that massive hunger, Shakti took a shocking action. She swallowed her consort, the creator Lord Shiva, erasing the concept of a divine partner. This myth defines her as Vidwa, a widow. Philosophically, she is a widow because she exists in a state of ultimate reality, where there is no husband, no creation, and no God left to accompany her. This lack of reliance extends to her poverty. She is Daridra because she requires nothing from the universe to exist, and she is Duan because she is the obscure truth that remains once the fire of physical existence has been extinguished. By swallowing the creator, she effectively severed every tie to the material world. In this absolute solitude, her perceived brokenness becomes a state of total, unconditioned freedom, an existence entirely independent of any physical illusion. To understand the true weight of that freedom, we have to shift our scale from cosmic deities down to a single human. A tantric seeker named Krishnananda decided to test these concepts by attempting to summon her directly in a cremation ground. Following days of intense meditation, a supernatural manifestation occurred. A thick smoke appeared that did not physical fire. As the smoke parted, Krishnananda saw the unvarnished face of the goddess. He made a massive, highly dangerous request. He asked to experience exactly what she sees when the physical universe does not exist. The text states he was instantly transported out of the physical world entirely. He was thrown straight into the Akaal Mandal. It was pure shunya, total emptiness. Look closely at the darkness here. Those three tiny, distant flickers of light are the supreme creator deities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Witnessing this proves a terrifying point. The cosmic void is so unimaginably vast that even our highest human concepts of all-powerful gods are reduced to insignificant sparks inside her infinite emptiness. When Krishnananda finally returned to the cremation ground, time had severely distorted. To the bystanders waiting with him, only a single passing moment had occurred, but the sheer psychological and physical weight of experiencing eternity had turned the seeker's hair entirely white. He was completely paralyzed by the crushing magnitude of that emptiness. Speak a single word to anyone for years. This diagram maps out exactly what happened when he eventually broke his silence. He connected his vision directly to a new philosophical essence, explaining the true architecture of the void to his disciples. His teachings redefined the Akaal Mandal as an immediate, active state of being that permanently alters human consciousness, rather than a distant cosmic graveyard. Watch this timeline, because this is his final and most shocking realization. The Akaal Mandal is happening inside you right now. It exists in the exact microscopic fraction of a second when one thought ends and the next thought hasn't yet begun. Devi Dhumavati is the presiding deity of that precise momentary gap. She acts as the profound, peaceful rest, hiding quietly behind the darkness of your own mind. When worldly life eventually breaks down, when material titles fade away and human anxiety peaks, she represents the core stillness that actually holds the broken pieces of our psyche together. Dhumavati represents the infinite, quiet, cosmic stillness, hiding exactly one breath away